a absolute loaded question, and it's 100% based upon multiple things. It's based upon how you want to play the game. It's based upon how much you bought in. It's based upon how much UPX you need. It's based upon, there's so many different variables there's no right or wrong answer to this. But he did ask how I do it, so this is what I do. The first thing I do is I need to know where my floor is. Okay, so I'm always looking at where the floor on the thing is. We'll talk about this in just a second. I'm having computer issues. I don't know if I need to defrag my computer or what, but I need to know what the floor is. So get rid of this goofy guy here that is in jail for whatever reason, and get down to where the real floor is. So that's what I need to know. That's where the cash price. I need to know the UPX price. This will take forever to scroll down. I'm not even going to do it. But this is Chicago. By the way, I'm starting to notice the whites are disappearing in Chicago. This is pretty awesome. The floor is about to be set. But so I need to know that. I also need to know a general idea of my neighborhood. Now this is how I look at that. So I will go into, why would somebody charge more? Well, here is kind of a big area. If you need to fill in a treasure map, I'm going to go with pretty much right here in this area in this county, and I'm going to pull the floor up on that and see what the floor says on that. And much different floor, right? Much different price, right? We're up to 8,000 UPX for the minimum, I believe. I'm not wearing my glasses. Anyways, that is what you have to figure out based upon what you're gonna do. And I always do a little bit above the floor, because one of my strategies was early on, and it still happens quite often, is I like to try to raise the floor. When I get a bunch of friends that are willing to put in $500-600, or between the 3 or 4 of us, a couple $100 each, we will do whatever we can to raise the floor up so that we're making some profit. And that's one strategy. I don't do it a whole lot anymore because I wouldn't say I got burned, but whew, boy, that was some tight days there. So that's one way that reasons why I bring it up a little bit above the floor, because I don't want to hurt the person that is trying to raise the floor if that's his strategy. But then again, if I'm with somebody who's trying to raise the floor, I raise it up a little bit higher than what the floor is, and they're trying to raise the floor, I'm going to sell those properties for the right price. Also, make sure when you look at one of your properties, it's going to tell you what you purchased that property for, right? You never want to pay charge less than what you pay for it, and you got to remember the commissions. So this is what I paid for this property. I don't think this includes the commission, because I think this was the price that I paid for it. I can look at my data and make sure, but you want to make sure that, I believe the commission on this will be about 170 UPX, I believe. Let me think here real quick. Yeah, about 160, I think. So you want to make sure that you're selling this property, and you look at the price down here below when you sell it, because it says this is what you'll get. Let me just show you real quick so that you can see. So if I were to sell this property, right, and let's say I put 1,500 or 15,000, excuse me, and then it's going to say right down here, this is what I'll actually receive for that property. I'm not going to sell that property. So if I sold this property, I would make probably about 1,000 UPX if I sold it for that price, which I'm not going to sell this property. I have no desire to sell it. But that's one way that I do it. Another way that I do it is just make sure that all my T's are crossed and I's are dotted. So I look throughout the neighborhood, I make sure that I know where the floor is, and then I make sure that I am going to sell it for more than what I paid for it, because I'm going to want to make some money. So there's my reasons and ways to figure out how to sell properties. I'm very curious if any of you have some other strategies and how you consider on reselling a property. Leave them in the comments. That would be awesome, just to share some strategies and share some ideas on how we all share properties or sell properties. My name is Blood Spirit. This is Upland Inside the Game. Thank you very much for tuning in.